Hey, what's up YouTube, Spawny here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a deck profile of a Blue-Eyes variant that is my favorite variant of Blue-Eyes. I didn't really like the original Blue-Eyes builds, just because they were okay and they were cool and all nostalgic and stuff, but they just didn't really appeal to me. But I found a deck that more so did appeal to me. That was combining the Blue-Eyes support with the Felgrand stuff that we're getting in July. So I'm really liking the Felgrand support. Um, yeah. So gonna go over the deck list, and yeah, and we'll talk about some of the cards. And I'll explain all of them because most of these cards are fairly new, if not even released yet. I'll start off triple Blue Eyes, the nostalgic dragon himself. This card's just really good, obviously, because you play like a bunch of Blue Eyes support, so you have to play 3 Blue Eyes. Plus, this can just fuel your Dragon Shrine plays. You bring back off Gospel and this guy. So special it off Dragon White and Sage and whatnot. So very good card. Definitely. Well, I mean it's a vanilla, but 3,000 beater for free. A lot of times it's very nice. So Archbrave Dragon next up. Level 7. Wish he was an 8. If he was an 8, he'd be much better. But still definitely a 3 of. Just because of the fact that when he special summon, he can blow up as many. He can banish as many face-up spell and traps as your opponent controls, and he gains 200 attack and defense for each one. And then once per turn during the standby phase, if he's in your graveyard, you can, if he's in your graveyard, you target a level 7 or 8 dragon type monster, except himself, and special summon it. And that's during the standby phase, not your standby phase or your opponent's standby phase. It's during the standby phase, which is the next standby phase after he was sent there. So he's very nice for that. Next up, Triple Dragon Knight of Creation. He's a level 8 during your opponent's turn only. And then when he destroys opponent's mark in battle, he dumps a level 7 or 8 Dragon type monster from your graveyard. And then you can send a card from your hand to the graveyard, target a level 7 or 8 Dragon type monster in your graveyard, send him to the graveyard, and then special summon that monster. So just more revival for your dragons there. So very good card. Definitely a 3 of. Plus he's normal summonable, which is another thing. It's just like these guys are all big, so you have to give them out, but he's a normal summonable monster, so that's very nice. Triple Dragon Spirit of White. This card's nice. Special summon a free Blue Eyes from the hand, or then when he's normal special summon, you can just banish a card. So for disruption for Pendulum Scales, banish your opponent's back row in the end phase, stuff like that. Very cool. Definitely a good card. You don't absolutely need 3, but I'll talk about why we're playing 3 at the end, once we get down here to the side deck. Triple Felgrand, the Great Divine Dragon. This card's absolutely incredible. 2800 level 8. When he's special summoned from the graveyard, target a monster your opponent controls or in the graveyard, banish it, and then he gains attack and defense equal to the banished monster's level rank. And then his second effect is if he destroys his opponent's monster by battle, you can target a level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in either player's graveyard. And special summon it to your side of the field, except a copy of himself. Yep, really good in the Blue Eyes mirror match. Well, I guess it wouldn't really be a mirror match if you're playing against pure Blue Eyes, but it's really good in the Blue Eyes match, just because they have a lot of level 8 dragons for you to summon back. Also, if you're playing like a mirror match against this, you can summon back like an Archbrave Dragon from your opponent's graveyard, which would also be something cool. Yep. Double Honest. This is also a very nice card to have in the deck. All these cards are light, so that's also something notable. Plus, he just helps you get over a bunch of stuff. Since all the cards are light, just helps you make your stuff even bigger. Combos very well with Dragon Knight of Creation. Just makes him bigger and gets over bigger monsters. Yeah. Definitely wish we could play 3. If we could play 3 this card, we more than likely would play 3. Double Max C. This is the only non-light card in the deck, but it's a hand trap, so that doesn't really matter. Basically, what this does is just draws you extra cards. I mean, it's Max C, you know. Sometimes you'll open up like too many big guys, and then you'll want Max C to just kind of net you a few extra cards and hopefully draw you a discard outlet or something to get your engine rolling. That's the only downside of this deck is it can be slow to start if you don't open up a way to dump stuff to the graveyard. More often than not, you should be okay. I haven't had that happen to me too many times. Triple Sage with Blue Eyes, or Eyes of Blue. I'm iffy about this card at 3. I'm thinking 2 would be might be the right number. Thinking about maybe bumping the Stone to 3, to 2, and cutting one of him. He's cool and all. He searches your Stone, and then you can discard him, target an effect monster, send it to the graveyard, and then summon up Blue Eyes from the deck. That's cool and all, but it's just it's not the most useful card at times. So I'm thinking 2 is probably the right number for this. I'm thinking maybe one more Stone might be nice. Just because, free Blue Eyes during the end phase will send this turn, and then you can banish it to recycle a Blue Eyes from your graveyard. That's nice, but, so yeah, 23 monsters in the main deck. You could cut a Sage for a second Stone if you wanted to, but yeah. Spells, Double Dragon Ravine. This is probably your main setup card. Very, very nice. Just very, very nice. Just set up your grave, dump your Archbrave, ditch your dragon from your hand, set up your Archbrave for your next standby phase. So yeah, it's a very, very big setup card. You definitely want to see this as fast as possible. Double Dragon Shrine, another very, very good card. Dump your Blue Eyes, dump another dragon, just get your engine rolling. Just very, very another nice setup card. Triple Gospel of Revival. This card is absolutely bonkers in this deck. Just a free reborn for any of your dragons. And then it also has a nice graveyard effect. If any of your dragon monsters be destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can just banish this and save them all. So it's a very, very nice card. Definitely a 3 of in the deck. 2 Terraforming just to search out a Dragon Ravine, because again, we want to see Dragon Ravine as fast as possible. Triple Trade-In. This is just another card. Just draw power in general. Plus, we can put our dragons in the graveyard, draw us more cards. We have 9 trade-in targets: 3 Blue Eyes, 3 Dragon Spirits, and 3 Felgrands. So it's very, very live. And the last spell card, 1 Twin Twister, just to destroy back row in general. I just felt like some sort of a back row removal would be needed in the main deck, so I put in 1 Twin Twister. Traps, 2 Call the Haunted. You could play 3 of this if you wanted to. I haven't tested 3. I've been just playing with 2 and it's been okay. But 3 definitely wouldn't be bad. Or Oasis is another card you could consider. Basically what it does though, it's called the Haunted. But one of the cool things you can do with it is if it's targeted by Twin Twister, you can chain it to bring back your Archbrave Dragon, and then it'll resolve first, Archbrave Dragon will summon, and then an Archbrave Dragon will die along with Call of the Haunted, and then you set up your Archbrave Dragon for the next standby phase, which is something that's very, very nice. Plus, you can just bring back Felgrand to banish stuff off your opponent's board or grave, and then you can bring back this to banish spell or traps too. So it's very, very nice. Definitely a card that's very, very good in the deck. 2 Solemn Strikes. Again, this is a card you could play a third of if you wanted to. Again, you could cut the Sage for a third call or a third strike if you wanted to. But I felt this card was just very, very nice, just to kind of protect your boards in a way and stop summons or effects is very, very nice. Just protection. Same thing with a warning. It's kind of warning. 41 card main deck. If you wanted to play 40, just cut a Sage. But I really don't see a problem with 41 for this deck. You do enough deck thinning with Ravine, your Knights, Maxis, Shrines, Terraformings, Trade-ins. So you have a fair number of cards that thin your deck anyway. So 41 shouldn't be a problem for this deck. The side deck's basically a bunch of cards that I just didn't have space for, that I didn't really play for one reason or another. So first up, Alternative Dragon. With only 1 Stone in the main deck, I didn't feel that this card was consistent enough, and I proved to be right. I tested 3 of it, wasn't consistent. I kept seeing it dead, just used it for trade-in. Cut it to 2, same story. So I just cut it all together. If you played 2 Stone, I'd probably test it again, but that would just mean I'd have to cut other cards. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to cut other things, but yeah, I felt that this card wasn't as good in this variant. I probably wouldn't play 3. I'd probably play 2 if I played it. But we'll test it out and see how it goes. So yeah, we'll test it again. We'll probably test. We'll probably cut a Sage for a second stone, and then we'll cut one of this and one of this. Because I was playing 2 alternative dragon. I cut a spirit dragon. I added a spirit dragon and a Felgrand after I cut it just to keep the trade-ins consistent. We'll probably end up cutting a Sage for a second stone, and then cut those 2 for 2 alternative dragons. And we'll test that out again. We'll see how it goes. This is just a rough draft, so I'm sure this build will change. Valor, this is another card you could main deck. I wouldn't really recommend it though, just because Cosmo's already it's a difficult matchup. It's not an impossible matchup. You just have to play smart. Don't be when they have a bunch of cards in the hand, like don't. You have to be smart in the Cosmo matchup to win. Yes, you're at a disadvantage. Yes, this deck generally doesn't have a great Cosmo matchup, but it has a good Monarch matchup, and it's just because you don't have to go in the extra deck to win, so Monarchs don't really have that much power against you. And plus, you can generally banish stuff off their board, and they just can't handle it. And then you just generate too many big monsters, and you just generate monsters faster than they can. So generally, your Monarch matchup shouldn't be that hard. So yeah, this is it's a card I'd probably side deck if anything. I wouldn't really recommend maining this, but you could if you really wanted to. It wouldn't be terrible, I guess. Just the Cosmo matchup, this card isn't that good. Third Max C, I wouldn't really recommend maining this, but it's definitely a side deck option if you wanted to. The second stone, this is something I'm definitely going to test. The second stone and playing alternative dragons again. Something I'm definitely going to test out. Dark Holes is an option you have in the main deck. I wouldn't really recommend it. More of a side deck card in my opinion. Foolish. This is a card I was main decking for a little bit, but I ended up cutting it. You just have better Foolishes. You have your 3 Creation Knights. You have your 2 Dragon Ravines and your 2 Shrines. So you just have enough dumping power as it is. And this card was the weakest of all of these, so I just cut it. 1 for 1. This is okay. It summons these guys, but it's just not really that good, so it didn't warrant the spot that it was taking up. Raigeki, this is an option. I mean, this is an option for pretty much any main deck. I just didn't have the space for it, so I cut it. More of a side deck card. You can play more copies of Twin Twister if you wanted to. I haven't really tested more copies, so I can't really say if it's better or worse. There's just not like a whole lot of back row outside of Solemns running around right now. Clyfort Stun is becoming a deck though, so I might end up testing maybe 2 copies of Twin Twister in the main deck. I wouldn't main deck 3, but I might test 2. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how prevalent that deck actually turns up to be, because a lot of people are still just trying it out, so we'll see how prevalent that deck actually becomes. You could play the 3rd Call of the Haunted, or you could play Oasis, or you could do like 2 calls in an Oasis. These are definitely options that you have. The 3rd Strike's also definitely an option. Again, like you have a card you can cut for pretty much anything you want. That's the 3rd Sage. I mean, or you could even like probably cut one of this if you really wanted to play 3 Sage. But yeah. And then Lancelot, this is another card that it can be in the extra deck. I just never found space for it. Yeah. So extra deck, I will go ahead and say this: you only ever make about 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 cards in this extra deck you'll ever make. The others are just options for the one or two times that they may come up. You don't really go into the extra deck that much in this deck, outside of like 2 cards. Twin Burst Dragon, I've never made this in all my testing. It's there as an option though if it should ever come up. You have it there as an option. Double Azurized Silver Dragon, I've made this once. It's difficult to make though because it requires one of these guys and your Blue-Eyes. So it's difficult to get this out, but I have made it once. It's pretty good when you can bust it out. Blue-Eyes Spirit Dragon, I've never made this again. It's just because a lot of times, like the level 8 you're going to leave on field is this guy, not Blue-Eyes. So this card just becomes difficult to make. One Gigantic Castle. This is just a generic 9 that you can make with your Felgrand. So it's there as an option. I've made it, I think, 1 time. But other than that, I've never really gone into this. It's an okay card, though. Generic 9 that you can make with 1 and 1 is nice, because a lot of 9s you have to have 1 tuner and 2 or more non-tuners, not just 1. So this is a nice card. Omega, I've made this once. It's okay. It's just Omega. It's a generic, probably the best generic 8 we have in the TCG right now. Scarlight, this is another option just for generic 8. Arc Brave 7, and these are all level 1 tuners, so it's an option you have. And then Spark Dragon is another option. I've never made Scarlight or Spark Dragon, but there's options if they should ever come up. Exceeds 1 Felgrand, Divine Dragonite Felgrand. Never made this. There's an option though. Number 107 is there to make Dark Matter, so you just go 107 into Galaxy full armor, pop a card with full armor, and then make Dark Matter. This is probably one of the most consistent things you'll do in the deck is make Dark Matter with these cards. This is probably the second most. This card you'll make the second most, number 38. So this is something you'll definitely need because you will end up going for this a lot of times in your main phase too. Just protect yourself from board wipes like Urgeki or just powerful spells you don't want to deal with. And then there's an option. You can probably replace this with Lancelot if you preferred this. I just thought this card was kind of cool. You'll probably never go for either very much. I just thought this card was kind of cool considering it was 3,000 beater and then can just detach Geo, put counters on things, and then during your opponent's next end phase just just blow up everything. And inflict damage, but it's not the greatest card. You could probably replace it with Lancelot if you wanted to, but I just thought it was kind of cool, 3,000 beater, so yeah. But that's the deck, guys. As I said, I'll probably be testing out this card in the main deck again, probably at 2, not at 3. Just 3 seems a wee bit inconsistent with this deck because I don't want to see this card dead. But I probably will test out 2, and I'll probably be testing 2 Sage, 2 Stone with the Alternative Dragons. If you're going to stick with 1 Stone, though, I definitely would not recommend Alternative Dragon at all. It's just going to be too inconsistent with that. But that's it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the deck. I think this is a really interesting deck. I've had more fun with this deck just testing it than I have with any other deck, and really since probably since Clown Dolls, really. That was, as most of you probably know, Shadalls were one of my favorite decks ever. I put them on my number 3 spot, my 3rd favorite deck to ever play in this game. But I'm really liking this deck. Really hoping this deck actually has a chance to be competitive. Yeah, it doesn't have a great Cosmo matchup, but it does have a lot of cool plays, a lot of neat things it can do. So we'll see. Only time will tell, I guess. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'll probably be doing. I'm going to try to record some games with this deck here in the next couple days. This coming week is finals week, and then I have graduation. So we'll be moving into summer break here very soon, which means I should have more IRL stuff for you guys, other than DN, because as you know, I don't really get a chance to play during school season that much. Hopefully that will be changing next when school starts up again in the fall. But enough chit-chat. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about the deck. Any possible changes you may make outside of what I've already made, or if you just recommend those changes, let me know about that too. Love to hear you guys' feedback. Let me know what sort of videos you guys more so like. I know I've been hosting the Battle of the Rougest Tournament, and I know my deck profiles get more views than that. So if you guys want to see more deck profiles, please let me know what decks you guys would love to see profiled. I always show you guys this, but I'll show it again. I have multiple decks, tons of different decks on my Dueling Network account. I have like 8 different Magispectre builds because I was testing out a bunch of different builds for that deck. I have a bunch of retro stuff too if you want to guys want to see that. So just please let me know what deck profiles you guys like to see. Thanks for watching, guys, and you can expect the Battle of the Rougest finals to be uploaded tomorrow. I would like to try to get the 3rd and 4th place match recorded today if I can. And we're also going to get a deck profile from the winner. I won't spoil who that is for you guys though. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Spawny out.